What's up, Barnhill family, and welcome back to the channel.
Yeah.
So, Beneil Dariush, unfortunately out. Enter Bobby Green, just had an incredible performance at UFC 271, and he said, look, I don't care who this guy is, nobody at 155 wants to fight him. Give me Islam Makhachev and give him to me on 10 days notice.
Yeah, it sounds like we've got another candidate for the BMF roster of fighters.
No doubt.
Bobby Green, you kind of knew it just looking at him and watching his last couple of fights. He's one of the baddest dudes out there. There's just something about him. He's kind of clicking with everybody. People that didn't know about him are starting to learn about him, and they're starting to like what they see. And now when you throw somebody like Bobby Green in the mix with Islam Makhachev on short notice, that just gives you all the credit in the world. Nobody thinks Bobby Green's going to go in there and win this fight, but I bet you not many people are just going to count him out and say he has absolutely no shot. Big matchup for him, biggest fight of his career, and not everything is picture perfect in this game. A lot of times you have these ideal matchups and ideal camps and all this stuff. If I could get to, do 10 weeks, I could prepare for Islam Makhachev, maybe I can beat him. Bobby Green said to hell with all of that stuff. Give me 2 weeks. Give me Islam Makhachev. Put Khabib in his corner. Give me the hardest night that the UFC can offer me, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm all about. Love it.
Yeah, me too. I mean, you got to love Bobby Green, and that's why I believe this is really a win-win situation for Green here. I mean, obviously, we've seen the odds. They've come out. Islam Makhachev's minus 1,000. Bobby Green's plus 600. This would be probably top 5, certainly top 10 biggest upsets in UFC history if Bobby Green were to pull this off.
For sure.
But listen, nobody's expecting him to pull this off. He jabbed Nasrat's face off at UFC 271. Looked really good, looked really crisp. His post-fight microphone time was fantastic. He's building this steam, and he's building a fan base, more importantly, that really is invested in what he's doing. And this is what I really like to call a calculated risk. It is a big risk to go in there and fight Islam Makhachev. A lot of people believe he's the best 155er on the planet, myself included. But you know what? Bobby Green could just come in here and shock the world. My money's still on Islam to win this fight, but he's certainly going to deal with some adversity with that jab. I do expect to see Islam's head knocked back a couple of times on his way in to grapple him down to the ground.
Yeah, and Bobby Green is a completely 180 degrees different fighter than Beneil Dariush. You don't have to deal with the same threats with Bobby Green that you do with Beneil. And if Islam's been training and somewhat catering his camp towards a really good jiu-jitsu ace that's also pretty good on the feet, but more so with the Muay Thai, then it just has to switch gears and go to Bobby Green, who is maybe one of the best boxers. I mean, you throw the 45ers and 55ers in a boxing ring, you got your Max Holloways, you got your Bobby Greens now, Dustin Poirier, Conor McGregor. All these guys know how to throw hands really well, and Bobby Green's right there with them. Long, straight punches, very difficult to deal with if you're in that punching range. I do think the matchmakers still have it pretty much right. Bobby Green has shown us that he's really durable, and he is a great puncher, but he's not a great finishing puncher.
Yeah.
He's able to land all night long, but Islam Makhachev's not going to let you land for 15 minutes straight, or now 25 minutes straight.
Yeah.
You're going to have to go in there and knock him out cold, and if you don't do that, he's going to take you down many, many times and then eventually submit you. So I do think that while plus 600 is really interesting and enticing to bet on, I wouldn't throw too much money at Bobby Green because I just feel like Islam is going to get the job done. The major favorite is going to get his hand raised, and he's likely going to do it in submission fashion. But Bobby Green is one heck of a tough guy. He's one of the guys that is officially on the map for everybody in the UFC. And if he's able to shock the world, then now we're talking about somebody really special.
Yeah, I mean, if he is able to pull this upset off, it'll be something truly remarkable. Like I said, I think it's maybe top 5 biggest upsets in the organization's history, and obviously we'd have to go back to 1993 and really think through things, but just off the top of my head, it is certainly up there.
The UFC also sees something clearly in Bobby Green because a lot of times when they have somebody pull out last minute, they look for somebody who can make 55. And that means it's usually not somebody coming off a fight. If the fact that the UFC is willing to concede 5 pounds or maybe 10 pounds and do a catch weight of 160 or 165 shows that they like the matchup between Bobby Green and Islam. They like how Bobby's bouncing back. He's still fresh on everybody's minds. And it's a great look for the company, and it's a great look for Bobby Green because I think the fact that they took him as the option and they're going with him when they could have probably gotten a lot of other people to do it speaks volumes.
Yeah, and I think on the flip side of this coin, we talk about Bobby Green's bravery, but we do have to give a little bit of credit to Islam here. You know, this is a totally different opponent. As you said, Beneil Dariush is an incredible jiu-jitsu ace. He's got great heel hooks, some leg locks. We saw in the Moises fight that in the one period of time where Islam did have a little bit of trouble was when he was in that leg entanglement with Moises. So you got to think he's been practicing and drilling a lot of that type of stuff. Bobby Green is a straight up punch you in the face, long punches, rangy boxer. Couldn't be more different than Dariush. And so Islam could have easily said, you know what, Beneil, heal up and we'll do this later. But he said, you know what, you want to give me Bobby Green on 10 days notice? I'll do it. And for somebody that's I expect to be a future champion, this is what I want to see out of him. And I think he actually, the blessing in disguise here is the fact that this fight's going to be at a proposed 160-pound catch weight. That's not confirmed yet, but that's what they're proposing. And Islam has notoriously had trouble making 155. So if his next fight after Bobby is to be a title fight, an easier cut, so to speak, before that, might prove to be really great for him.
Yeah, they might have a slice of tiramisu to celebrate. Yeah. And Bobby Green, they should get him a piece too. Maybe after the fight, that'd be best. But I do agree with you on that. I think that Khabib and Islam are just looking to have Islam compete as much as possible. And with another fight getting scrapped and another fight getting kicked down the road, that just prolongs his chances at getting a title fight. So Islam was going to take whoever they threw at him. Khabib was going to coach him in that direction. And I think that no matter who they put in front of him, he's going to get his hand raised. But Bobby Green is definitely going to make it a tough night out for Islam Makhachev.
That's for sure. Guys, drop us a comment and let us know, can Bobby Green get this done, or is it just too big a task? We love chatting with you guys in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video.
Peace.